Latest coming up on a live report.
California police arrest a man in connection with the kidnapping and murder of a 5-year-old girl.
Stocks take a huge dive today, falling nearly 400 points.
Plus, meteorologist Angela Buckman has your weekend forecast. News 8 at 5 is next.
The hottest savings of the summer is low is 1,000 below wholesale. With 0 payments till fall. Our sizzling summer sell-a-thon.
Nobody beats a Tom Wood Pontiac GMC Mazda deal.
And premiums vehicle price slash up to $1,000 below wholesale. $69,99.95 or less. Plus buy now with no payments till fall.
Hundreds of trade-ins must go.
Today through Saturday only at Tom Wood Pontiac GMC Mazda on the east side, just off 465 in East Washington.
If it's got my name on it, you've got my word on it.
Live from Wish TV, this is News 8, your 24-hour news station.
Good evening. It's 5 o'clock, and we begin with breaking news at this hour.
Heavy rain is causing some major problems in Hancock County, east of Indianapolis. News 8's Eric Halverson is in Chopper 8 now with the latest. Eric?
All right, thank you very much. Well, we can give you a very quick look at part of the action down here because some people have turned this into just a great summer afternoon, but those are kids down there. They are enjoying a little boat ride on what would normally be a city street out here in Greenfield. There is a lot of water out here that normally would not be here. Apparently too much rain falling too quickly for the ground to absorb it. So the kids have been out playing. We've seen parents out observing some of the property. There is water blocking a Department of Transportation building. There is water around Greenfield Central High School. There is water just about everywhere that has been inundated in a very short period of time. We've noticed some roadblocks set up in some places right through this area of town. You can tell people are getting through pretty well, but there are any number of other intersections through here which have been blocked off by cones, with city officials trying to tell people not to go into those areas because there's still high water and some very powerful water eddying through some of these higher areas, spilling down into lower areas. So you can see some of the activity and some of the leftovers right up in this area from, I think we're in the area of the Department of Transportation facility here, where you've seen one junkyard not too far from here that not only is filled with water, but you can see a sheen of oil coating the top of the water. So they will have some time to clean up here, some challenges for the cleanup here, but a bigger task for the cleanup crew, the fire department on duty downtown near the courthouse, and that's where Mike Corbin is standing by.
Eric, it was quite a storm that hit Greenfield this afternoon. Take a look behind me. This is what happened at around 3 o'clock this afternoon as a result of that thunderstorm. Public Works officials tell me that a bunch of water settled on the top of this 75-year-old building and caused the roof to literally cave in. We have some Chopper 8 video of the scene as well. One man, we're told, was inside the building. He got out okay and is in the back of an ambulance here. He was up and walking around, so he should be doing fine. I have with me right now Ian Harrison. Ian was driving his car in the vicinity around the time that the incident happened. First of all, what do you remember seeing? What happened?
Well, I heard some noises. I was just sitting there waiting for the light to change. There was a lady in front of me in a car. I heard some noises and I looked over and the whole wall was coming down at me, like pieces of the mortar and everything, and water was coming out of it. And I thought, whoa, I better get out of here, you know.
Yeah.
So I swerved out of the way, and all sorts of electrical lines were coming down, burning up and everything.
And your car did have some damage?
Yeah, my car got hit by a few of the rocks and boulders and stuff coming off of the building.
Ever see anything like this before here in Greenfield?
No, it was just an ordinary day. I was driving around and just started coming down. I never saw anything like it before.
Incredible. Ian Harrison, thank you very much. You can see some of the activity taking place here right now. They are currently, Mike and Debbie, trying to secure this site. We are told that the building housed an upholstery shop, a UAW hall, and a company that repaired medical equipment. They are going to be here for quite a while trying to get the site secured. They say certainly they will be here for several hours, and it is definitely going to be a big job, Mike and Debbie. But one man hurt. He is expected to do fine. He will be treated, and a lot more damage could have been done here.
Okay, I know you'll have more for us at 6 o'clock. Mike Corbin and Eric Halverson up in Chopper 8. Thank you.
Wow. Well, just how much rain did fall in Hancock County this afternoon?
Meteorologist Angela Buckman is here with more on that. Angela?
Mike and Debbie, Greenfield got a month's worth of rain in just 3 hours this afternoon. It started shortly after the noon hour and didn't let up until after 3 o'clock this afternoon. Let's get to the straight to Doppler radar estimate of how much rain fell today. And you can see the area of red east of Indianapolis. This is the Greenfield area right along Interstate 70. Go in a little closer to examine this rain. Over 4.23 inches of rain fell in Greenfield, and that was in 3 hours. Our weather watcher in Huntsville and southern Madison County picked up 3.4 inches of rain. In an average July, we get about 4.42. So these two locations picked up, again, almost a month worth of rain in just a short amount of time. Live Super Doppler radar shows the showers and thunderstorms south of Indianapolis. These continue to move south. They are moving very slowly. Those of you in Bartholomew County and around the Greensburg area will get some heavy rain this evening, and I'll have more on that in the weekend in just a few minutes.
Angela Buckman, thanks.
Well, there was a storm of sorts on Wall Street today. For investors, this has been another day agonizing over the falling value of stock prices. The Dow Jones Industrial Average dropping nearly 400 points today to close at its lowest level in nearly 4 years. Here are the numbers. Selling intensified late in the day, putting the Dow down 390 points at the close to close below even last September's lows of 8,019. The Nasdaq following suit, closing down 38 points today at 1,319. One market strategist says investors are getting disgusted with falling stock prices and are selling both stocks and mutual funds.
A major development tonight in the murder of 5-year-old Samantha Runyon. California police have a man in custody, but as Chris Lawrence reports, they're stopping short of calling him their man in the killing.
Police in Southern California have arrested a man in the case of Samantha Runyon's kidnapping and murder, and authorities say he's been in trouble before. Court records show Alejandro Avila was charged with molesting 2 girls under 14 years old. Avila was tried and acquitted, and the charges were dismissed. Overnight, deputies searched Avila's apartment, not far from the area where Samantha's body was found. And police have released the 911 tape from the man who discovered that body.
Oh my God, we found a dead body. Please hurry. Okay, I'm in the Ortegas, okay? Ortega Mountains, I'm in Riverside County, okay?
Later, the dispatcher asked,
Was it an adult body? No, it's a baby. I think it might even be a little girl on the news. It's a little girl, I swear. We just looked as soon as we seen it, we left.
Police say a man grabbed Samantha near her home Monday. He molested her, then killed her by asphyxiation and left her body where he knew police would find it.
They say the way he killed the little girl, he's asking for help. What kind of help? He should ask before he did this.
Neighbor Carlos Beltran says even if police get the killer off the street, they can't take away what he left behind for the children.
We put into their hearts fear about grown-ups. You know, and I don't think it's fair for them to live wondering what's going to happen to me.
Unfortunately, kids will be thinking about that for quite a while, and parents say it's changed how much freedom they're willing to give their children. Chris Lawrence, CBS News, Stanton, California.
Chris, thank you. Now, locally, police say they have found human blood in the home of a man who may be linked to the disappearance of a Greenwood woman.
Now they're working to determine whose blood it is. And News 8's Mary McDermott is here. Mary, did they find this when they searched the man's home earlier this week?
Yes, Debbie, they conducted a lengthy search of Joseph Nowicki's house Wednesday and took guns, computer equipment, and vehicles from the home. Now we know they also took samples of blood. 19-year-old Brooklyn Laux hasn't been seen since June 24th, when she stopped by her father's apartment to pick up some clothes. About a week later, her car was found in a parking lot with her keys still inside. Search dogs from other states were brought in to find Laux. Then, on Wednesday, police searched the home of Joseph Nowicki. The 53-year-old has a criminal record, including murder, rape, and robbery.
She knew him very well. She knew him very well, probably the last 2 or 3 years. She's been around him quite a bit.
Kim Laux says Brooklyn spent time at Nowicki's home helping out with his animals and his upholstery hobby.
A lot of Brooklyn's friends know him. I just know he always had a lot of young people around him.
Now, police are saying they found a piece of evidence on Nowicki's property Wednesday that they need to investigate further.
I can confirm that we did locate during the course of the search on, what was that, Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday all day. We did recover some blood from the property. and we've been able to confirm that it is, in fact, of human origin.
Next, they have to figure out whose blood it is.
It shouldn't be too awful difficult. There are some avenues we need to take and a few things we need to do to get the identification done, but we'll be working towards that rather rapidly.
Nowicki was out of town while police were searching his house on Wednesday, but police say he is now back in the area.
And investigators had questioned Nowicki on 2 separate occasions before searching his home on Wednesday. Mike and Debbie.
Ray McDermott, thank you.
Well, it's been a very busy day at Grissom Air Reserve Base.
Families welcome reservists back from a mission to help fight terrorism. Also today, they paid tribute to victims and heroes in the ongoing struggle. News 8's Tony Perkins was at the reunion today. He joins us live now. He's in Miami County with more on that story. Tony?
That's right, Mike. It's a homecoming mixed with a message, that message being that the war against terror isn't quite over yet. And Grissom, of course, is the home of the 434th Air Refueling Wing. That's also the home of the big KC-135 refueling planes. And one of those planes now carries a symbol that remembers the heroes and victims from September 11th. The phrase, "Let's roll," spoken by 9/11 passenger Todd Beamer, is part of the nose art on one of the KC-135s here. It was unveiled in a ceremony that included victims' families from New York City today. Also today, a welcome home for 40 reservists who helped fight the war against terrorism. Members of the 434th supported the air campaign above Pakistan and Afghanistan. But the mission also meant that many of the guys were away from home for the last 10 months.
We've always been very proud of what Dad does. We've always supported him in every way we can. We think that's very important in our family.
They should take a lot of pride in what they're doing. Also take a lot of pride in the families, because the families are making a lot of sacrifices. These folks here are probably your toughest troops out there.
Another quick note about that nose art on the KC-135 here, that carries on a long tradition of military planes having nose art that dates back a long, long ways, and of course updated today with the war against terrorism here at Grissom. Back to you in the studio.
Tony Perkins with his live report from Miami County. Thanks.
Angela returns. Another look at the weekend forecast coming up.
And we'll tell you why some of the stars of the Andy Griffith Show are reuniting in central Indiana this weekend.
Good afternoon, I'm Karen Hensel.
And I'm Cor Harlow. At the height of grilling season comes a massive beef recall. We'll have the details on that at 5:30.
And a local DJ is singing the praises of some Fishers firefighters who helped them with a special delivery.
The Wish TV forecasters, Indiana's weather authority.
Saturday on Daybreak, Chef Ralph will show us how to make a delicious German salad, and can AC match wits with an 8-year-old sports genius? Hey, Anthony, no way.
Andy Moore Ford is Indiana's largest Ford dealer. Our customers come from all over the state to choose from over 800 new Fords and to save big money, like a new full-size pickup with air for only $12,900. And we have over 50 to choose from, like a new loaded Explorer for only $17,900. And we have over 20 at that price. People are coming from all over the state to get the new Ford they really want at Andy Moore Ford.
What's for dinner? Spaghetti and meatballs. For me, meatloaf. For Dad, Gina's having mac and cheese, and you're having ham and mashed potatoes.
You don't have time for this. We do. At Old Country Buffet, we spend all day preparing your family's favorite dishes, so you don't have to. It's how everyone gets the dinner they want, and you get the time you need. Old Country Buffet. Great choice.
When shopping for a new or used car, 2 things are important: the best selection and the best price. At O'Brien Toyota, we offer both. Our lots are full. We have trucks, we have Camrys, used cars, used trucks. What a great selection. But what about price? At O'Brien Toyota, you will not be disappointed. So if saving money is important to you, come visit us at O'Brien Toyota, just 2500 North Shadeland Avenue.
Time for the weather, and boy, oh boy, poor Greenfield. These poor folks got hit today.
Too much
didn't they?
rain.
Wow. Fueling
So we saw
boats.
earlier the roof of the building
Yeah.
collapsed, a 75-year-old building there.
Gee.
Luckily, nobody injured, but that was a mess out there.
A mess, and they've got a lot of standing water. You know, when the ground is so dry like it is right now, it kind of acts like when we have too much rain because it doesn't have anywhere to go because it just hits that dry ground.
that's it, yeah.
And so we've got a lot of standing water. They had over 4 inches of rain in 3 hours in Greenfield, and the showers and thunder showers continue at this hour. Let's get a close-up view of live super Doppler rate radar. The showers and thunderstorms that move through Hancock County then move south through Shelby County, getting a few reports out of there in excess of 2 inches of rain, and it continues to move south and then kind of slightly west. So those of you in Edinburgh getting a lot of rain, along with the Columbus area. All of this activity moving almost due south. We also have a few showers and thunderstorms beginning to develop to the southeast of Greencastle. So those of you over in Morgan County, be prepared for a few showers and thunderstorms. We have a few west of Crawfordsville and a few north of Kokomo around the Peru area. And again, all of this is moving south, slightly southeast. So the showers and thunder showers will continue through at least sundown. Big view of the radar shows the movement of these showers and thunderstorms. Again, most everything moving almost due south, and we're going to see these showers and thunder showers through the evening hours. Most of us, at least in downtown Indianapolis, were dry this afternoon, but we could see those storm clouds build to our south and build to the southeast. This was a time lapse of Tower Cam 8 for about 45 minutes this afternoon. Officially no rain in downtown, but we have had a lot of rain in other locations. Sunshine helped to warm us into the 80s this afternoon. Our current temperature is 86 degrees. Factor in that relative humidity at 67%. We have a heat index of 94, so it is very uncomfortable. We've had the heat, we've had the humidity, and we've had those thunderstorms too. High temperature this afternoon made it to 87 after a morning low of 67, just a degree off the averages for today. Averages for this date 86 and 66 degrees. We're going to keep a close eye on this frontal boundary. It will keep the showers and thunderstorms in place through this evening, and then it actually moves south of us, as you can see on Futurecast 8. We will play this throughout the weekend. High pressure builds in from the north. This will be slightly less humid air, but it's not going to get here in earnest. In fact, the frontal boundary that will be to our south actually moves back north as a warm front, so the heat and humidity will be back as we get into the end of the weekend. In fact, high temperatures on Sunday afternoon will approach the 90-degree mark. Behind the frontal boundary, slightly less humid conditions, but I think most of that will stay off to our northeast. So for most of us, the summer heat will continue, and it looks like this will linger right on through the end of the weekend and probably into the early part of next week. Along with the summer heat, we've been talking a lot lately about the dew point and the humidity. Next couple of days, those dew points are going to be very uncomfortable. In fact, that line of discomfort, about 65 degrees, we're going to be 68 tomorrow and then jump almost 10 degrees to 74, 10 degrees above that level of discomfort. Here are the textbook definitions of humidity and dew point, since we've been talking a lot about it. Humidity is the amount of moisture in the air. The dew point is the temperature to which the air must be cooled for saturation to occur. Basically, what this means to you and me, temperatures, dew point temperatures, the higher they are, the more uncomfortable it is. When you have a temperature at 75 and a dew point at 75, the air is completely saturated. Bump that temperature to 90 degrees with a dew point of 75. Humidity is very uncomfortable at 62%. But if you drop that dew point to 55 degrees, the humidity comes down as well to 31%. I don't think we're going to see that range the next couple of days. The heat and humidity is expected to continue. Forecast for tonight, those evening thunderstorms, then partly cloudy, down to 67 degrees. Your forecast for tomorrow, the thunderstorms come to an end. Still very warm, slightly less humid, our high at 88 degrees. The rest of your 5-day forecast, heat and humidity back in the forecast for Sunday, high near 90. Thunderstorms possible Monday, 87. We cool a couple of degrees to the mid-80s for Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. So we'll keep a close eye on those thunderstorms and keep a close eye on those dew point temperatures too.
Okay, Angela, thanks.
Thanks, Angela.
30 years on stage, that's a long time.
That's right, but the Wright brothers show no sign of letting up. Ray Rice has the story for us next on Indiana's Own.
Welcome to the new Andy Moore Chevrolet. Hi, I'm Andy, and I've got more new Chevys. We have over 350 new Chevrolets to choose from. More Silverado pickups for only $229 a month, and we have over 100 to choose from. Beautiful Trailblazers for only $349 a month, and we have over 20 to choose from. You really do get more at Andy Moore Chevrolet, just west of the airport on US 40.
You know Kittles has the largest selection of quality furniture and that Kittles Rooms Express is the room package store with great prices on complete living rooms, bedrooms, and dining rooms. But do you know about Kittles Clearance and Factory Outlet? For the best prices on quality furniture, shop Kittles Clearance and Factory Outlet. Save 50 to 70% on discontinues, cancel, custom orders, scratch and dent. The selection changes constantly. For one-of-a-kind deals, shop Kittles Clearance and Factory Outlet every Thursday through Sunday just north of 96th Street, east of I-69.
Il m'a dit, je suis diplômé du cordon bleu et il faut mettre de la nette à ce pâté. Alors je lui dis, you should go to Golden Corral for all-you-can-eat steak and fried catfish. Juicy sirloin steak seasoned to perfection. And now tender hand-breaded whole catfish too, every day on the dinner buffet. All just $8.19 at Golden Corral.
Dis donc, il est pas un peu serré ton béret là?
Midwest Bartender School's hands-on training can make your career a party. It only takes 2 weeks to learn a successful career in bartending, and Midwest Bartending School offers day, evening, and weekend classes. Call 577-2727 today and join the party.
Summer cruising's back, and so is a great offer at your local Chevy dealer.
You might as well be walking on the sun.
For a limited time, 0% APR financing is back on every new 2002 Chevy car and van. Or get $2,500 cash back on Impala, or $3,000 cash back on Cavalier, Venture, or Malibu.
So don't delay, act now, supplies are running out.
Get 0% financing during summer drive at your Central Indiana Chevy dealer.
Well, when they sang together as children, the Wright brothers could not have imagined where it was going to take them.
They have performed at the Grand Ole Opry and Hee Haw and so many other shows. Ray Rice has a profile now in tonight's Indiana Zone. Ray?
Hi, Mike. Thanks. Their base is country and gospel music, but I've seen them and they can sing anything from the Beatles to the Beach Boys.
Jamaica, ooh, I wanna take you to Bermuda. Mama, come on, pretty mama.
All this started in 1972 with a band called the Overland Stage Company.
We'll get there fast and then we'll take it slow.
They were great times to come. Record contract, show tours, and sharing the stage with Dolly Parton, Ronnie Millsap, Bob Hope, Johnny Cash.
There's a sign out in my yard.
They would tour 9 months out of the year until they came home to Indiana in 1989. It was enough.
I didn't see either one of my children learn to walk or talk. It happened while I was gone. And you come home and this is not the baby that I left, this is a little person now. And that started sinking in. Then the wives were doing full-time jobs.
So there is then a price to pay for all of that.
Yes, there is.
Big price, really, because we knew it at the time too. We knew we were putting everything on the line for this hope of having a hit record.
Although they made the charts, their popularity remained largely in the Midwest.
But with Warner Brothers and Mercury, we put out 8 singles that got on the charts. We just never got over the hump to get a hit in 100 major cities. We'd have a hit. We were #1 in maybe 12 cities.
Today, the Wright brothers play private gatherings and special events, still on stage, still doing what they seem born to do.
Very blessed. 30 years making our living with music for the most part. Boy, I hope everybody's that lucky.
I'm Ray Rice, Wish TV News 8 with Indiana's Hope. Tom Wright has a second band called Radio Nights that will play music of the 40s and 50s tonight on the Courthouse Square in Greenfield. It's a free concert at 7. And the Wright brothers will have a concert in September at the University of Indianapolis. And they are good.
They are good.
They're excellent, yes. Ray, thank you. Ray Rice.
Thanks, Ray. Well, coming up, a treat for fans of the Andy Griffith Show.
Yeah, some of the stars of the show are in Henry County this weekend for a reunion of sorts. We'll take you there next.
30th anniversary clearance sale. Ed Martin Honda, Indianapolis' oldest Honda dealer, is throwing a party, and you're invited to save. New loaded Honda Civic LXs from just $189 a month. New loaded Honda Accord LXs from just $219 a month. This is why Ed Martin Honda has sold more new Hondas in Indianapolis than any current Honda dealer. And our award-winning customer service will make you an Ed Martin customer for life. Don't miss the 30th anniversary clearance sale. Only at your East Side Honda dealer, Ed Martin Honda.
This summer, Lowe's is improving home improvement with custom-sized Now blinds by Levelor, only at Lowe's. Blinds that will cut to your specifications while you shop. Lowe's has designer blinds in every shape, style, and texture. We'll even arrange installation. And no one ever beats Lowe's prices because Lowe's has low prices every day guaranteed. That's our promise. Lowe's, improving home improvement.
Announcing free long distance and free roaming.
A couple of steps forward.
All you have to do is be on our network, or it becomes somewhat less than free.
A little to the right.
How big is our network?
Not that far.
It's nationwide.
One step back, please.
How wide is nationwide? Well, it depends on where you are in the nation. Some nations are smaller than others.
A little to the left.
And that's true anywhere in America.
Perfect.
Why not get Singular Nation? Never pay long distance, never pay roaming. It's that simple. Self-expression is simple with Singular Nation.
It's the biggest Lexus celebration of the year. Tom Wood Lexus July Celebration. Your best deal is right here. The Lexus RX 300 with leather seats and moonroof. Lease it for just $429 a month. Or the stylish Lexus ES 300, just $399 a month. Certified pre-owned Lexus as low as 4.9% financing. Plus luxury pre-owned vehicles as low as $10,900. Nobody beats a Tom Wood Lexus deal. Through Saturday, only at Tom Wood Lexus.
It's got my name on it. You've got my word on it.
Well, it's as much a fixture for America as baseball and apple pie. We're talking about the Andy Griffith Show.
That's right. Reruns are still on the air 40 years after the first episode. And some of the cast members are in Newcastle, Indiana this weekend thanks to a diehard fan. News 8's Sean Ash has more on a Mayberry in the Midwest.
It's a happy reunion for good friends who shared the spotlight of the Andy Griffith Show more than 40 years ago.
What do you want?
Still hams for the cameras. Characters such as Ernest T. Bass, Thelma Lou, the Dillard family, and others have landed in Newcastle for this weekend's Mayberry in the Midwest celebration. The group's chemistry is as strong as ever as they trade hugs, memories, and reflect on what made the Andy Griffith Show stand the test of time.
That show I really still enjoy watching, and I laugh as hard as if I'd never seen it. For one thing, not only the humor and everything, but there's also heart and sweetness, kindness.
For Corydon, Indiana native James Best, this reunion is also a homecoming, and he knows firsthand Mayberry's relation to small towns in America.
That could have been Corydon when I grew up, when a handshake was worth something. That wonderful song, Back Home Again in Indiana, I hear that, I still get a quiver in my liver.
Seeing each other is great, but meeting the fans who have been so loyal and made such a strong connection to the show's characters and storylines is what this trip is all about.
For 35, 40 years now, it's like coming home when we meet a bunch of people like this because they're so respectful and so loving, and they have such memories.
Fans will be lining up this weekend for a chance to meet a big part of Americana.
People like the simplicity of the plots and simplicity of the actors and that, and plus it's funny, you know. And but I really think the values and the hometown, small town, easy pace.
In Newcastle, Sean Ash, Wish TV News 8.
Well, a charity auction will be held tonight, and a Mayberry reunion show is scheduled for tomorrow. But both events are sold out, but the cast will be signing autographs from 8 a.m. until noon Saturday at the Newcastle Middle School. Sounds like a lot of fun. I recognize a few of those faces.
I got all excited about that. It was Core Harlan.
I know.
I saw James Best there. You got a lit up, didn't you?
P. Coltrane.
There you go.
That's your trivia question for the day here. Thank you very much, Mike and Debbie. We'll have these stories for you, everyone, coming up next at 5:30.
When it was time for this mother-to-be to deliver her baby, there was no time to get to the hospital. I'm Renee Jameson. Coming up on News 8, the story of a very special delivery.
Frank O'Bannon is now defending Indiana's new driver's license policy. I'm Jim Shella, the governor, and some new critics coming up.
And it's a new way to get a tan, but just how safe is it? All of these stories are coming your way next on News 8 at 5:30.
More vehicles, more selection. Our size is our strength. This is the buying and selling power of the Butler Warehouse Connection. Toyota's warehouse price up to $5,000 off right now. Get a brand new Camry, warehouse priced from $259 a month, and Butler Warehouse has financing from 1.9% or $1,500 cash back for low price, service, and selection. Get the Butler Warehouse Connection.
It's the last 2 days to get the lowest prices of the season at Kohl's this Friday and Saturday. You'll find the lowest prices of the season on hundreds of items store-wide, like all Mrs. Juniors and Kids Capris and all Warner's Bally and Playtex bras. Get the lowest prices of the season on all men's golf apparel and on all beach towels. Hurry, Friday and Saturday are your last 2 days to get the lowest prices of the season at Kohl's. Kohl's, that's more like it.
The UAW and Daimler Chrysler are working smarter.